Welcome to the Helen Show. Who's in the mood for some Greek yogurt? Me. You know what this reminds me of? What? The movie Troy and the book The Iliad. They both represent the fight between the Trojans and the Greeks.
Do you think Greek yogurt's made in Greece?
What will we be doing today, Lauren? Today we will have some special guests, including our friend here, Troy.
I love Troy.
Who will help us discuss the similarities and differences between the book and the movie. Ooh, fun! Okay, Gemma, what is the book even about? Our friend Troy here needs to explain it.
Alright, well, I'm going to draw you a little of what's happened. So, here are the Troy people, and this is Paris, and here is the queen, well, Helen.
She's a princess.
Yeah. She's like, oh, Paris. And so then she runs off with Paris to Troy.
You know what? Let's just bring on the experts. The author of the book, An Iliad, Alessandro Barrico, and the director of the movie, Troy.
Wolfgang
Peterson. So, Alessandro, what are your thoughts on how this book was portrayed in the movie?
I feel that many of the aspects were kept the same, including the plot settings and characters, because without those there would be no representation.
Okay, and so in the book, the gods play a massive role in the characters' decisions and just everything they do. So why didn't you put the gods in the movie?
I wanted the warriors' motives to be pure instead of what someone else wants them to do. And as for the time difference, we wanted to keep the action going, and not every detail was necessary that was in the book. So
Why weren't the details necessary?
because there was just a lot of little things that didn't really, was kind of like irrelevant to what was going on in the end.
Is this a thing?
I thought this was pretty good, so I don't know why you would watch it.
It was really good, but like there were just some little things that were like,
Guys, I'm feeling some tension up in here.
Yep. So in the book it was 10 years, correct? And the movie is only like 17 days.
Ooh, that's a big time difference.
Yeah.
There's not even 17 days in 1 year.
Nope. So, now, thank you for...
Now we have Hector and Paris, well, the actors, Hector and Paris from the movie, Troy.
Yep. So, everyone, please give a round of applause for Hector! Played by Hunter.
Oh, she dropped you off.
And Paris! Played by Shannon. So, okay, so, Hector, in the movie, when you found out Paris took Helen, you let him go, correct?
Yeah.
And then in the book, you had no clue. So, why do you think in the movie your character let Helen go, even though he knew it would cause such a fight between the two?
Well, Helen was the whole reason for the
sensitive.
entire war, so if she had not gone to Troy, no war would have started. So it wouldn't have been related to the book.
Okay, and Paris, you barely fight in both the movie and the book. Well, Hector does all the fighting. Why is that?
Well, my character was a coward and facing his enemy, and Paris, my character Paris was also most likely would have died and Helen would have gone to Troy if I fought, so Hector fought for me.
Yeah, so, but you were the reason the whole war started, so don't you think that you should have fought?
Yes, my character should have fought, but I think it brought like a certain perspective for Hector to fight for my character.
Okay, anything you want to add, Gemma?
I think that Paris was a coward, and that Hector has some anger towards Paris that we need to get out right now.
Yeah.
I'm in the mood for a dance battle.
I think you should dance battle each other.
Yeah.
And I think Troy will be the judge of that.
Are you guys prepared for a dance battle?
Did you bring the dancing shoes? It looks like you're going barefoot then,
Yep.
just like you did on the beach
Yep.
in Troy.
Yeah. How did it feel to know that your country was surrounded by thousands of ships ready to attack at any moment?
It was intimidating.
Yes.
All right, so who's ready for a dance battle?
I'm not.
Perfect.
Got
So there's gonna be a fight between Hector, who's in this corner, and Paris, who's in this corner. I brought my fighting hat. The objective of the game is to hit the other person in the bullseye. Whoever hits that person first is the winner. Okay, ready? Action.
I have crowned the Hector king of the Helen Show
And of Troy.
and Troy.
Today we'll be bringing out the star of the book, The Iliad,
And the movie Troy.
Achilles.
So, welcome
Achilles. I feel like I need to get down and bow. Don't you?
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so, in both the movie and the book, you killed Hector, but I believe your motives were quite different.
Yes, well, in the book, Hector killed my best friend. But in the movie, Hector killed my cousin, my family, my blood brother.
So, do you think that either in the book or the movie, he deserved, like, more
die.
revenge, or...
I think in the movie, because cousin was like my forever family, but then, hey, who knows, in the book we could not be friends the next day, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Very well said. So, well, how does it feel to be king of all and to tell everyone what to do?
Well, I feel very powerful, because, I can never die.
But you can die in the movie, can't you?
I'm immortal.
Didn't you die, though?
You died in the movie.
I didn't.
You were cut in the Achilles tendon.
I didn't read the
And
book.
that's why it's called the
right?
Achilles.
Right?
Don't you feel like special? You have a body part named after you.
Yes, very special. Very
You
special.
ruin people's lives.
I am
You
great.
You
No.
tear your Achilles tendon.
No,
you are
some
out.
people can never go
You are
to the
out.
Olympics because of you.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, God.
the Olympics was
Even when she's dead, she's not
created by
dead.
Greece, but, she...
I mean, he.
I will
Some
always
sword
be
got here.
watching you.
So, you brought Troy back, the horse. Why?
I named it Troy because I name all my horses Troy because after a while I kill them.
Oh my God, that is animal abuse.
I think that's it.
I think we need to call the.
Cut.
Thank you. Oh,
Please
good.
welcome our special guest, Agamemnon. Okay, so in the book and the movie, you were the king, the high king of the Greeks, right? So, so the fighting techniques you used in the book were basically hand, sword, combat, right?
Yeah.
But how is it different in the movie?
In the movie, we use fireballs and more high-tech techniques that weren't really what we actually used.
Why?
Just to add some effect.
Yeah, so wasn't the beach ambushed by fireballs coming from the Trojan side though?
Yes, they put their swords or bow and arrows and lit them on fire and then threw them down on us.
That's some intense stuff. Ooh. Yes, so, and then, so there I could feel some hatred between you and Achilles in both the movie and the book. And you took his supposed girlfriend,
That is not good.
Braces from him. And
That is not good.
did you ever give her back, or?
In the deal, he was offered her back in the book.
In the movie, she went back home.
But it didn't really matter. I mean, you knew her for a few days.
Sometimes I think love can like start right in the night. So
It can.
I really don't think
people
you
to
should have
things.
separated their love.
Yes. You know, so then he stopped fighting because of that. Do you think that if he was fighting with you, he would have won the war sooner?
There's a possibility, but I mean, one man can't win a war.
But he's
Achilles is more than one man. He could have helped. He could have definitely helped in some way.
Yes. And I think that is it for you today. Oh, no. So you ended up winning in the end, right?
Yes.
In both of the movie? Yes. And how did you accomplish that goal?
We set up a plan where it was we built a Trojan horse and as a peace,
But it wasn't called the Trojan horse till you
No.
actually won.
Yeah.
It's just a wooden horse.
it was a peace offering that we were supposed to give to the Trojans, and we sailed out in our boats far enough, packed up camp, and eventually we turned around when 23 men that were in the horse were brought into the city. And
Was that Achilles and his men?
yes. Why
So-
would you leave an offering after fighting for 10 years?
It was. I believe it was a
Like,
distraction.
because you're like, I'm gonna stab you,
Unexpected.
but you're like, I'm gonna stab
Thank
you.
That's
every
all we
day.
have for today.
And here's a horse.
Thank you. Thank you. Now. So welcome back, Hector and Paris. So in Paris, in the book, your fate was mentioned that you were to be the destruction of Troy, and it was never mentioned in the movie. Why?
I think it's because in the movie they explained that my character stole Helen, and that was like enough explanation for the destruction.
So you wouldn't really expect it coming in the movie because you were never told your fate. And you were always a prince in the
So
movie.
you never knew that you would kill everyone. Not in the movie, you know.
And you were always a prince in the movie while you were a shepherd in the book.
Yeah.
Do you think that changed anything with the way you thought, or?
I think my character was more conceited.
Okay. Thank you. So, Hector, in the movie, you offered your wife and other Trojans an escape route in the castle to get away if Troy was ever to be attacked, and that was never available in the book.
No, it's not.
Do you think that it helped the Trojans to know that there was an escape route available to them?
Well, it at least gave them a chance for survival. The city was overtaken, so it did kind of, but obviously it didn't really
Yeah.
end up very good.
As unexpected attack. So thank you. You can leave.
Thank you for watching The Helen Show. Woo!